Hello everybody, I'm RuudDevil, and yes, we're back in Edain, which isn't as surprising as the fact that we are playing the Misty Mountains in Edain. So we're gonna get into a little intro, but let me just start off by making my stuff, because we're actually up against a brutal dwarves on the Valleys of the Iron Hills map, I think. RuudDevil, always make a note of the map you play before you play it. I know. Anyway, so this is the camp start for the Misty Mountains. You know what? Let me change that. It's been, I think, 7 years. I think Edain 4.0 dropped in 2015. And it's now 2022. Unless you've been in a coma. And yes, the Goblins are finally here. They were one of my favorite factions in Edain 3.8. And when they made that huge transition to 4.0, they didn't bring the Goblins with them. They started again. They had like 4 factions, I think, at release, maybe a bit more. And then they steadily and slowly released all the factions. We had Lorien, and we had the Dwarves, and we had Angmar, and then we had Mladris. And then they just stopped. And, yeah, it's been a long time coming for, it's been a long wait for the Goblins. They say it was worth the wait. I don't think it is. I think it's really cool that they're in the mod finally, but I think it's not really, like, unless Edain's like your main mod now, I don't think many people are that bothered, which might sound a bit harsh, you know? But that's just the way I feel. Like, it's cool to have them, but yeah, I think when they say things like it was worth the wait, I think that was them just, you know, trying to get people to download it or whatever. Anyway, so we're playing the Misty Mountains, and the dwarves are doing that AI thing. Oh, they've rally called? Oh, I'm in trouble, actually. I'm actually in trouble here. So there's a lot to get into, and it's always difficult to know where to start. While they're just going to be attacking our camp, we might as well take a look here. So what I built was these loot mines, which basically reduce the cost of your structures and generate resources. The camp itself, you can see it's basically the undermine. It has the pillars of Moria. It's got the doors of Durin there, which I thought was really cool. I thought that's a nice touch, a good way to do the camp. And why did I rebuild that? Why? They're just gonna rebuild it, for the love of Hebrews. But yeah, no, I think that's kind of a cool touch. And one thing to note with the Edain Goblins is they love this really dark, like, texturing. Like, if you look at these Goblins here, they have the dark armor. That's one thing I remember from Edain 3.8 Goblins, is that they always had that really dark armor. It looked really cool. Anyway, we need to go across the map. So, one thing that separates the Misty Mountains from other factions is that we have these settlements here which generate resources, plus 28. That's very handy. That's very strong. And also what makes that strong is that we can make units from our settlements, which there probably are other buildings that do that. I think maybe you can still make rangers from the ranger tents. And there's probably a couple of other buildings. I can't really think of any off the top of my head, but it shows how you can just swarm the map by building these goblin caves all over the place. And the fact that it generates resources as well means, I mean, it's like your barracks generating a lot of money. It's like combining a barracks and a resource building in one. So if you're the aggressive type of player, you could just swarm the enemy base, build these goblin caves, start pumping out troops, and yeah, start harassing around the map. I think that's a really cool design choice for Misty Mountains, and I think that's a really cool way of doing it. I've been rather mellow so far, but that's only because I'm trying to get everything in order. But we're going to put that aside for a second, because yes, the Chieftain, as he's known in this, but this is Gorekill. This is totally Gorekill. I don't know why. I don't know if he's like on a terrorist watch list or something, but why everyone feels the need to diss my boy. He's not, like, at least they got the portrait and the voice lines. But in every other mod, he's gone, and in this one, they changed his name. I don't know what he did in the previous life, but yeah, he's just gone. We're gonna just upgrade our command points, and we're gonna be making one of those. But yeah, we have the Chieftain, who in every way is Gorekill. He's basically a support hero here, and I'm not sure if this passive is from 3.8. I can't quite remember. But basically, he has a chance to summon other goblins with each attack. When he's in melee, he summons melee goblin warriors, and when he's in ranged, he summons goblin archers. So now we're at level 3. We can actually toggle. We can do our skull totem here for 30% damage. And yeah, I think it's a really cool start, honestly. We also get Bull, we get the Scout Hero that we're not going to make, because who the hell cares. And we also get Smaug. And we do get more heroes, but that will all come in due time. But yeah, it's just cool to have Gorkil back. And this map is actually really nice. Really fucking cool. So yeah, we get the Skull Totem. If we go back, we get the Troll Slaying Arrow, which actually does pretty decent damage to trolls in this. You can use it on your own monster. And for a short time, they deal less damage. I don't know why you'd want to use it on your own monster. Maybe to be particularly sadistic, or maybe there's some synergy there that I just haven't thought of. Anyway, we are up against a Brutal, but they're doing that AI thing where they just sort of trickle in. And it should be pretty easy right up until they start pumping out those annoying little heroes. One thing I think is paramount for Misty Mountains is that you can see I'm hotkeying all these settlement buildings is because I feel like since they're barracks in one, you want to... I feel like you need really strong micro to make the best out of these, because you want to be constantly making units from here because they're going to be constantly dying, and you want them to constantly be sending them around the map to sort of harass the enemy eco. So I feel like if your micro is bad, you might not like Misty Mountains, or at least PvP Misty Mountains. We can get away with it here, and why the fuck has he made a catapult? We're in so much trouble. Oh my god, it got worse. Gorkil and giving me a barrel? What the hell is this? Okay. So we're just gonna do that. You're gonna go here. What we're gonna do is... we're gonna upgrade our command points, and fuck it, we'll make bulk. And then what we can also do... oh my god, losing to a battle wagon, some things never change. Okay, we're just gonna retreat, actually. But what we can do is you make these little pioneers, right? You can only make one at a time. And you can make either Goblin Town, or sorry, Gundabad or Goblin Town. You can make both, and you can make as many as you want, but each subsequent build costs more. So the very first one is only 250. So we're just gonna make Goblin Town right here. And previously... or rather, not previously, I feel like how most people thought it was going to go was they would be your outposts. You would choose either Gundabad or Goblin Town, and it would function basically the way Mordor's does, where you have Minas Morgul and you have, what's the other one they can make? Minas Morgul Doggeldor, is it? I forget. But yeah, no, it's done through the Pioneer system. They cost 250, you can only have one at a time. And, I guess that's... I guess that's kind of cool, because you get a unique hero. Goblin Town get the Great Goblin, and Gundabad get Azog the Defiler. But it's just kind of interesting, because you don't have to creep, you don't have to go for the outposts. You can just quickly make a Pioneer and your expansion for only 500. And then you can just sort of swarm the land even more. Fucking hell.
Where are the others?
Oh yeah, that's... he has a... Why are you so loud, man? The bulk model is actually really well done. This is actually really well done. This is, yeah, the guy who, it's the original... that is fucking loud. That is the original design for Bolg. And, if you watch The Hobbit closely, you can see Dwalin cut his ass down at the, Battle of, Nandahirion. But yeah, I think he's a support as well. Yeah, he's a support. God, there's so much to go through. We haven't done fuck all. We haven't even done the spellbook yet. Okay, so I mentioned I mentioned 3.8 quite a few times. One thing that they kept from 3.8, and it's my absolute favorite, is the Pact of Hatred. And what this enables us to do, let's just put Drums in the Deep, because this gives us speed, and if we combo it with another spell, we get 30% damage as well, which is really cool. But what the Pact of Hatred allows us to do is, we can summon any sort of lair. It's Spider, Troll, or Goblin. And then we can do Untamed Allegiance. And there we go. We now have a lair that we can recruit trolls from. We can get Biltom and Burt. And we get a free cave troll, because Untamed Allegiance, at least the old school one. And we're just going to upgrade our command points again. I feel like that's such... these goblins are 60 command points, man. They're 60 CP, and they take fucking... like, I don't know, man. I feel like chaff units shouldn't cost 60 command points, because we always have to be upgrading. But yeah, no, just, I love this. In 3.8, they let you do that, and I liked all the unique units you can make. So if you get the spider layer, you can make brood mothers. From the troll layer, you get built on bird. And from the goblin layer, I think you get like goblin drummers and like spearmen and all that. Anyway, the other buildings I'm making from the settlements is we can make a stone troll layer, which is basically this. And then we can make a warg layer where we make the shitty little wargs. Unfortunately, these cave trolls, they don't get the... Oh, I forgot. Edain battle wagons are just a joke. There, he's dead. We're going to go down here. Is something hitting us? Oh, we got axe throwers. Cool. Alright, well, we're going to spend all of our money on this. Hell yeah, we will. So, I know everyone's expecting me to just quote Gorkill and say we've expanded the cave. But, hey, I'm just trying to be articulate here and get it done, you know? Also, this cave troll... What is with this battle wagon spam? We're actually going to do what I never do, and that is split up my army. I told you it requires micro. You know, this was a spell. This was a gift, you bastard. God damn it. Alright, well, whatever. Anyway, so, as I said, Gorkill can summon with each... with each attack. I seldom see it proc. It's very low chance of it proccing. Bolg is very fucking loud. Oh wait, when the troll layer, even if you lose it, you get the money. Oh, that's nice. But yeah, he's a support hero. So, your main fortress and these expansions count as tunnels. And Gorkill's level 7 is you basically tag a tunnel, and it will basically act like a well and replenish all your stuff. They just turned my fucking troll to stone. Oh, it's Gandalf! He just... Oh, well, hello Gandalf. Nice to see you too. The cave bats do cave bat things. Alright, they seem to have got it under control. We're going to make another troll. And we have 4 points now. Okay, now we're going to get another one. By the way, they have such a good early spellbook. I think a lot of the Misty Mountains is meant to be used aggressively. And that's represented in their, obviously the way their settlement buildings work. The way they get their advanced buildings. And also, just how strong their early tier powers are. Like, I think they're meant to be very aggressive. But that sounds obvious to say, but I'm saying it anyway. So this one, Tunnel of the Deep. I thought originally this was just a tunnel that you use, like the tunnel network, like the OG tunnels. It's actually not. It actually just gives you troops periodically. How fucking good is that? How good is that? Seriously. Anyway, I feel like our eco... These Goblin Caves probably aren't the strongest, but... I mean, they're giving us so much money, and if you think how much slower the eco is for other factions, they get like plus 20... Or rather, they have to build the marketplace, then they have to get an upgrade, then they have to research that, then they have to get the pitches tools and all the other bullshit. Yeah. Economically, the Misty Mountains are really quickly. Okay, while we have... Oh, that's fucking great. While we have a second, we can finally look at Goblin Towns. So, as I said, we got the Great Goblin. We can build another one of those. We then get a series of buildings that we can basically, so long as we have the space... What are you doing there? No, well, whatever. You can basically, as long as you have the space, you can build whatever you want. And the cost of it is dependent on how far away you build it. So we're just going to build 2 barracks. And we'll build them a decent length away, and you'll see why in a second. We get the loot horde. Wait, what is this one? Is this the upgrades? It is the upgrades. And I don't know why it's being derpy here. This is the annoying thing with this system. And we get the slave hole, which is basically, it is not my house. My house is not a shithole. Nah, it's, basically allows you to generate even more resources in case you didn't think their eco was crazy enough. And yeah, we'll just build that. Alright, we're gonna build Gundabad on the front line, because that's what Gundabads do. This has been really easy. I think the dwarves are the one AI that still don't really work. All they've done is send battle wagons. We're on Brutal, it's a camp start, and they've done fuck all. Oh, man. I guess we could go get a camp. I kinda wanna get built on and bird. We're actually out of money? What the fuck? Well, there it is. So yeah, there's Goblin Town. Made very quickly, I might add. And obviously from the barracks, we get the Goblin Town Plunderers, and then the Tunnel Diggers. The Plunderers... If Great Goblin's on the field, the plunderers can summon an additional unit. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. It's kind of broken. And if you want to crash your game, you just do that. Because it's pretty fantastic. Bolg buffs banner carriers, by the way. And we only have one banner carrier. And there he is. So, what exactly is the buff, by the way? Splash damage and knockback enemies. Okay. I never thought... You know what? We're not going to use him. His voice lines are too loud. Fix that, please. They're way too loud. But yeah, he can buff banner carriers, which is something I never thought I'd see. The Great Goblin, he levels up normally. I mean, he's level 7 now. But he also levels up if you don't feel like being the combative type. He actually levels up each time you use an ability. So raid command, you target a resource structure, and enemies, or sorry, your friendly units will do bonus damage near that structure. So if we ran in now, we'd do bonus damage to that mine that I just tagged. No, we don't want you. Go away. You've been Yeah, I think you guys can understand that. What else does he do? Oh yeah, he summons a tunnel, which is nice, because that synergizes well with Gorkill's ability. Yes, which will now repair. Let's summon another lair. I don't know why I always love this power. It just seems really cool that you... I don't know. It just seems cool that we get all that. In fact, Bold, we're going to send you to get something. Yeah, there. And if you die, you die. It's fine. But yeah, we have this tunnel here, which is basically just the entrance to Goblin Town, which is kind of cool, I guess. And, yeah. Now we comboed that with Gorkills, we're going to start healing. Did we make our builder? We did. Alright, Gundabad is coming up. That's not Gundabad. This is Gundabad. Okay. So, we have our loot hoard, where we buff our slave holds. All settlement buildings will slowly upgrade, and then reduced upgrade cost. One thing I just want to note really quickly is if we demolish this, just look at the animation. I love how the scaffolding drops. I mean, it kind of destroys a bit too much, but there is actually a method to that, because now that there's more space, we can make more buildings, and we're going to make more slave holes. So yeah, you can basically make more and more space by demolishing. So we demolished one building, we built 2 more. And yeah, it can be a real big cash cow. But I just love the way the scaffolding drops there. It makes me think of Goblin Town from the Hobbit film. Alright, we don't need... Yeah, we'll do the Skull Totem. Built on Bert. So basically, it is... I think it's Bill by default? It's Bert. But basically, the different stances, they function exactly how you think, and it's built on Bert. He can squash him into jelly, where he just falls over, which is, I'll be honest, probably the best fucking thing in this mod. Did Bolg actually die? What are you doing? Yeah, summon your boys. There you go. Okay, we're not gonna get the hunter, screw that. Bird's fallen! I swear to God, I don't want to see another battle wagon for as long as I live. I'm so sick of these battle wagons. Okay. I guess we could just revive him. But yeah, anyway, we've got the Plunderers, which I will do their special ability, which is this one. The Great Goblin allows pillager hordes to call for more goblins from Goblin Town. So yeah, as I said, if you want to crash your game, if you're losing to your opponent and you don't think you can claw it back, just crash the game, man, and just blame Edain, and that's the way it works. Alright, here, go kill that now. Alright, so we have Gundabad here. We can make the Defiler. We're making built on Bert, right? Okay. So at Gundabad, I thought the game was bugged. I didn't notice that these little flags with the little boulders on the side, they're actually your build plots. So we can get a forge, we can get a barracks, which we're going to make, and then we can get an arrow tower, which we're also going to make. There it is. I'm not going to say it. I'm not a dancing monkey that you can just prod. I think that era's gone. But that was a good era. Alright, let's just kill these guys. Also, best portrait in the game. These dudes. The guys that were in like 2 scenes and 5 armies because they just ran out of time, I guess. Alright, so from the outpost we can make a fissure. where we can make mountain giants. Nothing new there. But we'll make the camp instead.
Send out your spies.
You know what? We'll just send Bolga in and just kill him off. Fuck it. I mean, it's a cool voice. It's just like 20 decibels too loud, you know? And we'll do this as well. I think these tunnels are... Oh, they're not permanent. Okay. It would be kind of busted if they were permanent. So here's Azog, whose model is actually very impressive. He can mount his white warg. So send word to the pale orc. Oh! He can actually pounce on people. That's cool, just like he does to Thorin. Oh, I didn't know he got new abilities on his warg. Oh, here we go, here we go. I am Gandalf the Grey. Whoa, what the hell? Hello, Gandalf, how you doing, buddy? Lamau, joke's on you, I wanted him dead. Azog, best father ever. Alright, so this gives us speed, we're just gonna do that. Azog is dying to a battle wagon, because apparently they're the dwarves' best weapon. Alright, big boy Bert is back. Can we eat him too? Nice. Okay, did we make the forge? I don't think we did. There it is. Alright, we're gonna make Smaug now. So, here's the Gundabad Barracks. Actually, pretty impressive building. And we get Gundabad Warriors, Gundabad Pikemen, and Gundabad Warg Riders. They hit harder, they tank harder, and then they get nice little upgrades there as well. Their upgrades that you get from the Gundabad Forge also apply to your regular Moria Goblins, which I always thought was kind of weird. I don't know why I thought the upgrades would be separate, but it's weird that it's only for Gundabad that it's only through Gundabad that you upgrade everyone. Anyway, from our camp, I'm just gonna make the monster cage, and then the ruin, and we'll just make another ruin. Why not? Are these guys permanent then? Oh, okay. I thought they were just temporary. Interesting. Okay, we've got some Warg Riders, and the reason why I made them is because Azog at level 3 actually sacrifices Warg Riders to give the rest of your army a massive damage boost. And it's perfect for assaulting bases. And perfect for assaulting bases is greatest calamity of our age. That is Smaug. He can be in ground form or flying. It's basically the regular dragon, but it's like coated red. I guess it is slightly edited. His level 1 ability, though. Just destroyed Bert's house. Fucking rude. But he gets XP when he destroys your own settlements. The greater the settlement, the greater the XP buff. Which is cool, because obviously he plundered, you know, Moria. Plundered Erebor, so it makes sense that he gets upgrades, or he gets XP like that. He gets the Gust of Wind, and he gets the Fireball that Drogoth gets. And then he gets Incinerate as well. Basically, the rest of his kit there is a Drogoth. But if we do land him, he does get a host of new abilities. Alright, let's just get these upgrades now. We'll do that. Goblin Town is just getting us so much money here. In fact, let's build some more stuff. Where's the slave hold? Maybe just Smaug is just chilling in the background. Okay, maybe if... You know, I'm not going to demolish anything. Fuck it, we'll just keep it like that. It's just a bit annoying. It's like building walls, but 10 times worse. I don't know why. They always seem to be interrupted. Anyway, so... These are the basic buildings you can make, because I didn't make them at the start. At the Moria one, you can make the Moria Drummers, and then when you level up, you can get Pikes. Is these level 2 as well? No, it's the Pikes at level 2. You get the Drummers as well. You get Cave Trolls, and you get Great Beasts as well. So a decent monster roster, but honestly, I personally wouldn't bother with them. I would just go with, I would go with, like, all of the regular buildings that give you resources and decrease the cost of other structures. And then just make your goblins and your trolls through your settlement buildings. Might be a bit riskier in PvP, particularly, because the cave troll layers are actually quite expensive. But I feel like it's better than just building them from your base when you can get other things. Although these cave trolls can actually throw rocks, so there is an argument for them there, I guess. Okay, Azog, we need you to level up, man. Yeah, Azog, you go chase them. Gorkill's level 10 is, it basically upgrades his passive so that he summons like really good units instead of really weak units. Thankfully Smaug doesn't friendly fire when he does that. He can automatically open doors and destroy garrisoned buildings, which is fun. He's got an Inspire Fear. And then he can make a hero invulnerable, but they basically can't do anything, they just lose all will to fight. Speaking of losing all will to fight... Well, Edain just fucking lost his will to fight, he died. So, now, I think... We have Scavenger, which gains resources for each kill. We got the Watcher, we got the Worm. Eternal Strife. Now, this one is really strong. Actually, we'll get that one now. Drums in the Deep. It basically buffs with the drums of the Misty Mountains, where it gives them more speed and more damage. We get Durin's Bane, obviously at tier 4. And then we get Beasts of the Arid Mithrin, where we can summon a Dracelair. And apparently generates a lot of resources. So I think we'll go with this one. Because there is nothing new with the Watcher, and there's nothing new with the Worm. They're the same models. I don't know why they... I don't... Aside from Botter, and that's only because that guy's a fucking mad lad, I see no reason why you'd ever change those models, because they're already really good. So, Eternal Strife. Now, this one is probably the game changer, because what you do is you use this, and then you click on either Gundabad or Goblin Town. And when you do that... Let's just click on it right now. Did I do it? There we go. Your settlement buildings, if we just find our orc thing, we can now make Gundabads from our settlement buildings. Because apparently swarming over them was too easy. So you can just make it from all that. I don't think you can make it from the troll there. No, you cannot. And you can't make it from there. But that's still pretty cool. Alright, we're going to go and assault this base now. We've had too much fun. Untamed Allegiance. What do we get? Some free wargs. Yeah, why not? Smaug, you're sort of a big target. We're going to pull you back a bit. We've got the Great Beast. What's it? Possesses high armor against, but is vulnerable against melee units. Okay, so it's resistant to, like, siege attacks, I guess. And towers. Alright, let's get our buff in here. Let's just do that. There's our troll. We've got the tunnel network, which will combo with Gorkill. We've got Goblin Town on the map, gains 50% armor and attack. Goblin pillagers also plunder resources. Well, you know what? Fine, let's fucking go. I think I only made 2, right? I did, okay. We've got the armor upgrades. And Azog is actually level 3, so let's get everyone in here and we can do his sacrificial lamb ability. Ooh, mountainous wargs, cool. Let's do Tunnel of the Deep as well. Let's do Drums in the Deep. Let's swarm everything. The Great Goblin calls for a cart into which his minions can load their loot. Oh, that's right, this one was fucking weird. There was a cart in 3.8, but it was used as a sacrifice to summon Smaug. So load with equipment. The more gold the cart carries, the larger the bonus will be when unloading it. Load with flesh. We'll do with that one. Nearby units and heroes are healed. With each level, the radius becomes larger. Fully heals the cart. So what, do we just have to, like, just drive around collecting, like, dead bodies, or what? How does this work? Well, we can summon a cart. I'm not quite sure how that works. But yeah, as you can see, with a combination of certain abilities, and just with the sheer volume of buildings you can make, if their goal was to, hey, I want to swarm over these guys, then job done. Because we only made 2 barracks, and yeah, we've got 1500 CP easily. I feel like it's going to be really difficult to resist some sort of spam like this. Anyway, now that everyone's here, now this might actually crash. Let's sacrifice these wargs. It actually worked. I don't believe it. Okay, we'll do the Goblin Town ability at the very end because I think it's gonna crash. All right, Biltom and Bert. Hey, the healing pot. Let's go. We got the Mountainous Warg, which has a really cute portrait but doesn't have any special abilities. I don't think now is the time for songs. Hey, did we do the pot? We did. And what else do we have? The 3 robbers summon a troll lair, which defend with their lives. Oh, they get armor. They just summon a troll lair and defend and get armor. And oh, and you can summon all 3 trolls to the battlefield at level 10. That's nice. I like that a lot. Okay, the cart looks pretty full, so now it fully heals the cart and fully heals our hero, and then you pick again. Well, that's certainly unique, actually. I think that's pretty cool. The Defiler lets loose a horde of his hunters and wild walks to track a hero. Also fucking dies. And I think the level 10 is like the hero killer. Oh, and we get money! Wow, that's good. We got that so quickly. Yikes. So yeah, I mean, obviously it's a welcome addition to the Edain mod. It's certainly different. It's very... There's a huge emphasis on swarm tactics and spam, obviously. But with a lot of goblins, like, they have a decent late game. I'd say this is like 90-10 if you were to, like, ratio it. 90-10 in terms of, like, spam, like, quantity to quality. Like, it's mostly spam, I feel. You do get Gundabouts, but, like, I feel like the backbone is just your ability to spam with all these extra abilities and overwhelm your opponent. That's just my takeaway from that. I could be wrong, though. Yeah, just run around, man. Let's collect some stuff. And Gorkill is refusing to get level 10. I think one thing I will add that I did miss from 3.8, and I'll keep making references to 3.8 because that's the last time we got Edain Goblins, and it was really good. But in 3.8, you could actually coronate one of your Goblin Lords. And if you coronated Gorkill, he could just summon spiders out the ass, because obviously in that mod he could ride a spider. And in this one he can't actually do that, which is a bit of a shame. In fact, I just realized he doesn't get his scorpion or his spider. I am much upset. And I can't believe that tier 3 spell is actually still going. Those fucking dwarves, they destroyed all my forward stuff. That bastard. Alright, where are these goblins? We have plenty of these guys. You can actually upgrade these ones too. I think you can only get banner carriers if you have Bolg on the field, by the way. That's the weird thing. Alright, we're gonna just line them all up. And we're gonna see if this ability works. So what's the shortcut? Y? Oh, but King Dane would be happy. Wow. It doesn't... Maybe it does respect the command point limit. Or maybe it doesn't. Anyway, let's go! So now it should lag. Oh, no, it's actually pretty stable. For 30 seconds, they can only take half the damage from arrows. Oh, okay. So the Warg Raiders get a buff as well. I hear a song coming on. Let's see the pot. Did they put in a pot? They did put in a troll stew. Very nice. Anyway, that was my look and my thoughts on Misty Mountains Edain 4.6. I think, you know, a decent addition to the roster at long last. And there we go. The only minor fix is fix Bolg's voice, because that blows your eardrums. But aside from that, I think they did a really good job. That one went surprisingly well. And done very quickly, I might add. Yeah, the spam is definitely in our favor. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Peace out, and goodbye.